I forgot what I say in the beginning.
We don't really say anything at the start of our podcast. Apart from hi.
It's me, Julian, again, and this
It's
is
me.
Chris John Newman.
Oh, God, that
Yeah.
again.
That is how we start this thing. How does my hair look? I don't like it.
Shut up.
I don't like it already. It's look nice.
Just wear a hat like I do.
I can't.
Even though you only have one hat because your head is way too gigantic for hats.
Yeah, boy.
We haven't done a podcast in a while.
No.
In quite a while.
And I blame you
Thanks. Why is that?
because you went to America.
I did for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then you went to Birmingham, UK.
Actually, no. First weekend I was back, I was here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
True.
Then I was in Birmingham last weekend. Now I'm back here again.
Yes,
You
you
see
are.
that? Every available weekend I have, I'm here.
Because you have nowhere
I'm
else to
such a good guy. Such a good guy.
Good guy.
I am.
Just one of the lads.
Good guy. One of the lads.
Yeah.
We've
We've done a lot of things. We are finished with all the demos from our record.
We are.
There are 12 of them.
That's what we were doing last weekend, finishing... how many tracks did we do last week? 1.
2, like 1.5.
Yeah, we had 1 finished. Oh, and then we did lyrics for 1.
Yep. And,
Yeah, I remember that.
So the record's basically ready to be recorded. We have some options with drummers.
Yeah, we're still drummerless, but there are prospects now.
And people wanting to record as well.
Yeah, so we definitely have a person to use for recording now. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a thing. And then we also have a few people to try out
Yeah.
for the position of drummer.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, this podcast is brought to you by me. If you want to hire me to do your videos.
Wow. Someone's desperate for work.
No, I'm joking. So what we're going to talk about, we didn't discuss what we're going to talk.
Well, we kind of did.
Yeah, we kind of did, but we don't know how this is going to go.
We always have barely a fucking subject for these podcasts, and then we end up talking for an hour anyway.
That is true.
But-
So, what are we going to talk about today?
We can't. Well, we were going to talk about my little trip to America,
Yeah.
but we were also going to. How much are we talking about the record?
We have to think about that. But I think we can just talk about how it sounds,
Okay.
how the songs go. I don't want to say the main thing about it.
No. There is a main thing, a big thing about it, which we don't really want to give away
Yeah,
because it's kind of.
a surprise.
Yeah, I guess. But how long has it taken to do this record, do you think?
I think it's gonna take 2 months.
No, how long has it taken?
Has it taken?
When did we start?
In
When did
July.
Davide leave?
June.
June. And we had already started the first track back then
Yeah,
because we showed it to him.
yeah,
So we're talking, what, mid-June? Say like June 16th as a guess.
yeah.
I'm going to look back soon. I bet that's the actual date because I'm really good with dates.
Ah, fuck you.
June 16th, July, August, like 3 months.
Maybe, yeah,
About 3 months to record.
yeah. But there
This
was a lot
record.
of trips in the middle. I went to France. You went to America. I went to somewhere else. So I forgot where, but
You
I
went
did.
to Blackpool,
Blackpool for sure.
EP. And I was in Birmingham a few times as well.
Yeah,
So
but we made it, guys. It's coming,
it is.
and it's the best thing you've ever
Yeah,
heard.
I reckon like 2 months.
As Tom DeLonge would say, it is the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
It's even better than Angels in Airwaves.
Yeah, it's
I will open my arms and scream at you guys now without a guitar, and I'll be like this, because now I'm more than a human.
What are you then?
I am an entrepreneur.
An entrepreneur. You're going to send us all to space.
Yeah.
I think this record has, I don't know, it's got a lot of different things on it,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Yeah. I gotta turn my volume down because I'm screaming a lot. Just a second. Chris, entertain the audience.
I'm going to drink some water. How was that?
Good job. Good
Thanks.
job. Yeah, that was good. So yeah, forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, this record's got a lot of different things on it.
It's about aliens, for example, some types of aliens.
Yep.
It's about love.
Yep.
It's about strong men. It's
Yep.
about strong women.
Yep.
It's about being super smelly and sweaty.
Yep.
It's about a lot of things, really.
Hating children.
Hating children. Who hates children? Raise your hands. I can't see you.
Oh, there's me. There's another one here.
Yeah.
There's another guy up here. Look.
If you're a child, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
you suck.
Well, you shouldn't be listening to this.
Please
podcast.
buy our records because you guys have all the money.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's hard to really talk about this record without really saying everything about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be. I'm really happy with it. I mean, we're only in the demo stage, but the thing is, we're only at demo stages, and I'm really happy with it.
Yeah. All the songs sound pretty. How would you say it? They sound cohesive. Cohesive.
Yeah, they really go together. You can tell it's got like a vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you can listen to records and they're quite jagged. So you have some tracks that, I don't know, some tracks sound the same as each other, and then there's one that sounds completely different.
Yeah.
Whereas we have that too, but I don't know, something, it just, you can tell it was all done in one session, as in one recording session.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, not as if it was done in one day, but I mean like it was set as like it was that 3-month period where I think it was the right vibe.
Yeah.
And we got what we wanted out of it. So
I wonder if we're ever gonna have like the same kind of record again. I don't know. It's weird. I can't imagine us having that kind of sound again. I think the next record's gonna probably be different. But I don't know. I don't know if it was because we were doing it here, and this is just how we sound in this room.
yeah, I don't know. That's a really interesting thing.
Because Chris went away and I went away for like we stayed apart for at least 1 month, I think.
Yeah.
And when we came back, we wrote the last song, and it just sounded exactly like the other ones. So
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
weird.
But I think it's you know, with all the other songs, we have a thing in our head of what this record sounds like,
Yeah,
and you know, we got the vibe of the summer that just went by, which is, I don't know. There's a lot of things that can kind of alter and kind of push a sound in a certain direction. I think.
yeah,
A location, the weather, the what's going on at the time with life and everything. So I think it's, but you know, you look back at our old stuff,
yeah,
you know, it's weird. I mean, I don't know. We're the people in the band. I'm sure other bands have this too, but you probably think about when these bands listen back to these records, you probably think, when I listen to the other two EPs, I think of SSR Studios.
yeah,
Am I right? That's all I really think of.
yeah.
Like not just SSR, you know, but that it's weird. I'm trying to really get into the brain of it all here. But
Yeah.
if you sometimes, like when you listen, you hear certain songs, like not our songs, but any song, you teleport your mind back to
Where you were.
yeah.
Yeah,
And not only that, but certain times of your life have certain vibes to them.
yeah,
And you can sometimes like sit there and get the vibe of that period of your life back in your head. So I think, you know, it's a lot of things are dependent on how something sounds.
yeah,
I think if we were to write this same record with the same kind of concept that we had, you know, 5 years ago, I think it would sound very different.
yeah.
It's almost like Metallica
'Cause we're just
recording
like them.
all their songs. What?
'Cause we're just
Like
like them.
just like them, yeah. Recording
we
all of
hate
their
each other.
songs that they recently released, but recording them in the late 80s.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it would sound, and not only right because of the time difference as well, but
Yeah,
it would sound different too. The style of it would be different.
yeah,
So, but yeah, and another thing that with this record, like it's all come very naturally.
yeah,
I think, and it's we were talking about this, you, me, and your wife. Your wife.
My wife. Why do we have to do the Borat thing every time? It's been years.
We were chatting about this after we finished recording the whole record before.
Yeah.
Whether or not we're sure that we're happy with all the songs. Because it depends how you work on records, but some artists go into it and they write fucking 30, 40 songs and then pick the 10 perfect ones and
like
then
different versions for each song.
Yeah, and then you got pick your 10 and then you do different versions of each song and until you've got your thing. But
perfect song.
Yeah, but we
Don't worry about it.
Okay, but we we kind of went with our gut, I think, with a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
A lot of them were done in a day.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, like 9 to 10 or sometimes 12 hours dedicated to one track is a long time. It's not spread over a few days. It's spread into one.
Yeah.
And plus we haven't got all the time in the world. We can't, if we could spend every single day of the week here recording and coming up with music, then maybe the recording process would have been different and we would have done it differently. But I think the fact that we don't have all the time in the world, that rushed us into making quick decisions and going with our gut. And I think that's a good thing. I think sometimes that can produce really good things out of people and sometimes it can produce crap out of people.
Yeah.
But I have confidence in what we've written, actually.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty confident this is the best thing ever.
Jesus.
The second coming of Allah and Jesus, and they're friends now.
And Buddha. Wow.
They're coming back to us, guys.
I think, what was I going to say?
But I think, yeah, it's weird because we were thinking of how Cleo knows me, and I have very different ways of writing songs. When I write on my own, when I write with people, and she knows that sometimes I overthink things. And sometimes that's good depending on the style of the song, and sometimes that's bad. And I was just telling her, like, for our kind of music, this time I didn't want to overthink. I just want to be instinctive, just trust what we're doing and let the like immediate feelings guide us, because I just want this record to be raw and us and 100% what we're feeling right now.
Exactly. I remember when we were doing the first EP, Static.
Yeah.
And I remember you doing some kind of mix for Hazy, and I met you one night. We were going to one of Cleo's gigs, actually, and we met you we were on the bus. I met you from your old flat, and we were on the bus on the way to Central London. If you remember this,
nope.
And you were fucking tired because not only were you doing your work for SSR, but you were working tirelessly on Hazy, on this one version of Hazy we were doing for the EP. And you were overthinking it, man. Because I remember you sending me a version of it, and I listened to it, and I thought it sounded okay. And I think you overthought the drums a bit, and then they sounded way too confusing. And just something was off. And
stop banging onto things, Chris.
Oops. And I think it's better the way we're doing it now.
Yeah.
And plus, like, this is, again, we said it before, but this is the first time that we've worked properly together on tracks. Yeah. Everything. All the riffs were written together. We had input on each other's instruments. We had input on each other's vocals. We had input on how the drums went. We had input on all the vocals. All the lyrics were written by both of us. Yeah. There's some tracks where I can look at and go, oh yeah, that was written by Julian, that was written by me. And there's some tracks I look at and I can't even remember who wrote that part now. Yeah. So that's really good. And I really like, there's some of the lyrics on this record I really like, actually. Yeah.
There's so many Easter eggs in them, guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs. Guys. The good thing about it, like, again, we don't want to touch on certain things, but there's a lot of the lyrics here which definitely, they obviously have a meaning to what we were writing about. Yeah. But they could easily be translated over into anyone's kind of personal situation.
Yeah. The other thing I like about this record is we were talking about this the other day as well. If you do a gig nowadays, if you do a gig in London, usually you get to around 8-7 songs. And we now with this record, because I think it's the punkiest record we've ever made.
Yeah.
But it has some different kinds of songs as well. And I think joining this record with our old songs, now we can play 3 different types of gigs probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we can do the straight up punk gig.
Yeah.
We can do the straight up rock and roll gig, and we can do like an acoustic gig, easy.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
With this now, with this combined with all our other old tracks, I think we said we have 22 songs now.
I think it was 23 if you count.
The Rihanna cover.
No, New Home.
Oh, of course.
Because we forgot to say, guys, but we're releasing a new song soon.
Yeah, there you go. You just dropped the name of it too.
Oh yeah, it's
Boom.
about being in a new home. So no, actually, I don't want to talk too much about it, but we just made the video for it. It's just like a special little thing for you guys while you wait for the new album, and just so we don't disappear for too long.
I actually did see that there's a few other bands out there on the scene that we have played with. One we have played with, I think. One we haven't. I think. Who are actually recording and releasing some stuff real soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, recording now, so probably releasing when we do.
Okay.
But the thing is, not to sound too big-headed, but the thing is...
Here it comes, guys.
We're... I think, I don't know, maybe this is big-headed, kind of. No, this is an opinion, but every band within the scene right now, as good as some of them are, the only thing they're doing is releasing EPs. EP after EP. And I understand, people's attention spans is shorter. People only have time for 3 tracks, maybe, and shit like that. But I think... we're releasing a whole album here.
Yeah.
So
it's the wrong thing to do, but it's what we want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think you're right. It is the wrong thing to do, but in a sense, but I think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I think that by doing that, we'll stick out like a sore thumb above everyone else because we'll be the only ones.
Ooh.
We'll be the only ones with a full record, a full album. And the good thing about us too, or maybe more so about you, is we at least know how to demo shit. We can record stuff here.
Yeah.
And if we want to release something very quickly, if we put in the time and the effort, we could, if we've had a song just sitting there, we're going to get this out in a couple of weeks. We actually could. We feasibly could do that.
I have a special idea. I haven't told you this, but I'll tell you after we're done. But it's going to be cool, guys. It's another idea that I have.
I also had an idea before remember when I mentioned the little EP that we should do?
Yeah, I'll talk. We'll converse about that. But anyways, I want to call you guys out now because as we were just saying, we have this thing now. We're gonna release an album, and everybody's saying like, "Oh, releasing an album in 2018. People's attention span is short. People don't care. You should release a song per month." It's like, fuck you guys. Seriously, your attention span is too short. You don't have time to listen to it. What are you doing?
You could probably listen to this full record on your commute to work.
What are you doing? Are you scrolling on Instagram too hard that you can listen to it? You can do both at the same time.
It's true. I can do that.
What are you doing? Are you working your office job too hard that you can't fucking listen to a record? What are you? You're on Facebook, man.
This is why no one comes to our shows.
No, but that's why nobody likes me. But yeah, I'm so angry about this whole conversation about people don't have time anymore. What? The time hasn't changed.
It's true.
And
isn't like it's 2018.
But we have to do less things. We don't have to hunt. Okay.
True.
We can order food from our home. It comes in a little box with a recipe inside.
True. There is Netflix now, though.
We don't have to go out to talk to people. We don't have to rent movies. I used to have to go to a place to get a tape. And sometimes the tape wasn't there. And I would have to go back home and have no tape.
And just
jerk off.
Yeah, I get. Well, that was fun still.
And if I jerked off, it took hours because I had to load from dial-up internet. Okay?
Yep.
So now you can go on fucking Pornhub and jerk off just with the thumbnails in 1 minute. And you're telling me you don't have time to listen to an album? I don't buy that, guys. You're gonna have time to listen to this album, or I'll go to your house personally.
And play the album for you.
Yeah,
Tie you to a chair and play the album for you. Then ask you what you thought. And then if you're honest and tell us it's good, then we'll untie you and shake your hand.
yeah, and probably buy you some food because we're gonna be hungry as well.
Yeah, true. And then, but if you tell us it's bad, I guess, thank you for being honest.
And I'll beat the shit out of you, like
Yeah.
just beat the shit out of you criminally.
I'll watch.
Chris likes to watch.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But seriously, guy, you have time to listen to our album. Okay? Don't come with bullshit, okay? There's 10-minute videos on YouTube with people playing with toys.
Our record is how long? Like
44, I think it's 40 minutes.
40 minutes, something around 40, the 40-minute mark. That's how long our record is.
Yeah, you have 40 minutes in a day.
You do. You know what? And with the subject matter of this record, and if you look at the track listing, I think people are going to want to listen to them.
At once.
Because people are going to want to probably hear their favorite, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, that's where we are right now, I think.
Yeah. Anyways, should we change the subject?
Let's change the subject.
Before I get too aggressive on you guys, I'm sorry. Nobody listens to this podcast, so I'm fine. I'm talking to no one.
It's true. It's so true.
I'm talking to my wife and my mom. So, mom, yes, you have time to listen to my album, okay?
Yeah.
She probably will.
But let's have like 4 people listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. 6, because we will.
David had just listened to it like last week.
Oh, did you send it to him?
The album or the podcast?
The podcast? What do you mean?
I think he listened. I sent him the album.
The full thing?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, it was sneaky of me.
Well, I don't mind.
He has loads of ideas, of course.
Oh,
but he hasn't told me anything.
All right, you'll have to tell me what he said.
But yeah, he listened to the podcast for the first time. He was like, "Oh, it's really good. You guys should do more." I was like, "Listen to it, and we'll do more."
Yeah, share it. We'll do more.
Motivate
If you're
us.
listening to this podcast, please share the podcast so more people listen to it, and then we can end up on Spotify, and then make loads of money through Spotify by doing podcasts, and then won't have to worry about ever doing music ever again. Because fuck music. No, I'm kidding. It's not how. We're just
gonna have like guests and talk about conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
This is gonna be called the Snap Out Experience. Okay, next subject. Murica. Chris went to America for the first time.
I went to New York City for a week, and then I went to Pennsylvania for a week. More specifically, I stayed in Queens in New York.
Yeah.
And I stayed in a little town called Percy in Pennsylvania, which is like a 40-minute train ride or whatever from Philadelphia.
And I think the funny thing is, you had the same reaction to the trip as I usually have, which is when you go to New York and then you go to another city in the United States. Like I went to Atlanta, you went to that city that I forgot the name already.
Percy. Well, I went to Pennsylvania. That's the state.
Yeah, you went to Pennsylvania, I went to Georgia, and we both liked the smaller, more American city better.
Yeah. I like New York,
Yeah.
in the sense that it's New York. I mean, I think if you're a human being, you should just go there at least once.
Yeah.
And there's like loads of places in the world like that, and I've been, and I'll probably end up going back again, I'm sure. But it's a really, it's fucking crazy there.
Yeah.
It is. It's just, I'm from London, and you've been here for the past 7 years, so
Yeah.
you know what London is like in the center of London. But going to the center of Manhattan.
Yeah.
Different fucking ball game.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking crazy.
It's way more crowded. People are way louder.
Yeah.
It's brighter. It's bright as fuck.
Yeah.
Like during like the night.
It's almost overwhelming. It is. And that's coming from someone who is growing up in a city.
Yeah.
Like, even to me, it was something else. And I mean, Jodie was with me, obviously, and she is from the suburbs of Britain, of England.
Yeah.
Like, and to her, like, she's kind of used to London, but not her whole life she hasn't been. To her, like, New York City was just insane.
Yeah.
But it was great. As a whole with America, every single person I fucking met was so damn nice. And I mean that. I mean, some of the nicest people I ever met in my life.
Yeah.
And that goes for someone on the street, someone that works in a shop, whatever. Everyone was so fucking cool. And like me and Jodie went down to we were down in Brooklyn, and we were near the Barclays Center on a Friday, and there was a woman outside, and she was waiting for the box office to open because she was wanting to buy tickets for something. And she asked us if we knew about the times and stuff, and I was like, no. And she said, oh, don't worry about it. And after we had a little look around, we went back to the front of the Barclays Center, and we went to the little Starbucks that was there, and she was in there, and then she got chatting to us, and we ended up standing with her for 2 hours talking to this woman.
Really?
She was native from Brooklyn, native New Yorker, super, super nice lady. And we got talking about so many things. Trump. We got talking about, and obviously she's been living in New York her whole life. So she was there when 9/11 happened. So she gave us like a first-hand account of what happened that day with her. And that was like, it's crazy to actually meet someone. You know, I'm sure everyone in New York has that story, has their own story. You know, she wasn't next to the fucking towers. You know, if you know anything about New York, Brooklyn isn't right next to Lower Manhattan, but it's, you know, it's still New York, and the whole of New York City was crazy.
Yeah.
In you know, that day. So it was crazy to hear that story. And like, so a few days before that, we actually went to the 9/11 memorial, you know, where the fountains are and everything. And we went into the actual museum bit. And if you go to New York, like, it's like one of the places I hide. You didn't go there, did you?
Nope.
I extremely recommend it. Only because I've never been anywhere like that before. And I'm sure there's only few places on this planet that are similar to that. And I reckon Auschwitz is one of them. To make this take a really dark turn in this podcast. But you know, when you first go in, it's, you know, it's done. Everything is done with class. Nothing's glamorizing what happened. They sell merch, as in they sell like souvenirs, but it's all FDNY and NYPD. FDNY and NYPD like stuff you can buy, and everything goes to, its funds back into them. And same with if it's not just general 9/11 stuff that they sell, it all goes to like the victims' families and stuff like that. So it's all done with taste. Everything is done memorialized in a really nice way, and it's all kind of gets to you a bit. Everything you see and everything you read and stuff. But there's this one part which, fuck man, it was brutal. So no, there were two parts that are extremely brutal. One was, you go into there's this big hall, which is in the middle, there's a big room, and in that room is another smaller room. And you go into this one, the first room, you go around, and in there, on each wall, there's like 3,000 people died that day. On every single wall is a photograph and name of every single person. Have you ever stood in front of 3,000 photographs, individual, of people before in your life? It is terrifying, knowing that every single one of those people died. And not only that, then you go into the middle of that room. It's a dark room with just a projector, and it just goes over and over. It's a picture of someone, and then a relative of theirs or a friend of theirs describing that person.
Holy shit. And
I got into that middle room, and I was walking around all the faces and everything, and I was like holding back tears. And then I got into that middle room and I cried because I couldn't see another fucking person in that room that didn't. It's fucking impossible. It is heartbreaking. And not only that, you have this a little glass booth on the outside, which has, like, what do you want to call it? Like, just personal items of people that died. So maybe they had, like, you know, someone's pair of rollerblades, or their shirt for work or something like that, or whatever. They had those, and they changed those out all the time for different victims and stuff. And there was this other part which was that was more sentimental and more heart churning, but the other part was more hard to watch and hard to see. And it's they know that's the case because it's within the whole exhibition, but you have to kind of go around this little corner to go and see it, and you don't know what's around there till you get there. And this part is dedicated to the people that jumped. And it's just this little kind of minute 30 video of people jumping from the tower, and then a few pictures on the wall. And I couldn't hack it. Everyone around there was like either nearly crying, nearly being sick, or generally just went in there and immediately left. It is awful. But I see why they put it there, because it happened and it kind of gets across the feeling of that day. And that part fucked me up. That was awful. But as terrible as it all is to see, and I highly recommend it, because it's just I don't know, you can't really describe it. You just need to go there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But everything else was super cool. We went to the Rockefeller Center and the Staten Island Ferry and everything. Just got all the views and everything. And I went to Midtown, wearing a Midtown Comics T-shirt from New York right now. Actually.
Oh, really?
This shirt. I'm just gonna unbutton.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, Chris. Congratulations.
Thanks. They're really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Percy, Pennsylvania was the highlight for me. We stayed with two friends.
Oh.
And while we were out there, we got to see the Descendants in Philadelphia, and we got to see we got to see the Liberty Bell, because liberty and freedom in America and all that stuff. And we got to stay with our friends who had 4 cats, and the guy which we stayed with is in a band, and he played a gig while we were out there too. And I love Percy. It's become my favorite place in the world.
Oh my God. Okay.
I love it.
Do you want to go there again?
I do. I really want to go there again.
But how is it? Is it like a wooded area?
It's kind of wooded, like rivers, creeks, ponds, and just green land and long suburban roads, and then loads of green kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they had a beautiful house with like a 2-door garage and 3 bedrooms, everything that you'd expect from a crazy like suburban home. And it was just great. The vibe there was so nice, calm, and peaceful. 5 minutes down the road was a fucking Dunkin' Donuts and a Giant store.
Yeah. Which store?
Giant.
Oh, it's called Giant.
Yeah, it's like a Tesco.
One. I don't know.
It's like Tesco's.
Back in the South, we got Publix.
Yeah, I heard of Publix. Yeah,
and some other stuff like that.
But it was great, and we Philadelphia was way different to New York. Busy, but not as crazy busy.
Yeah,
and like everyone just super friendly. Every single person we met was super friendly. And we got a lot of Uber trips while we were out there, because we were tourists, obviously. Every single, and I mean this, and we got a fair amount. We were there for 2 weeks, don't forget. Every single Uber driver we had, and we were in the car with them at least 20 minutes at a time, every single one had a conversation with us the whole way to our destination. Like, and not even talking about things that we didn't want to talk about, having like decent conversation. We had this one guy who's like, I feel like he knows a lot about sport. Like when we got into the car, he was listening to a baseball game on the radio, and then I support the San Antonio Spurs.
Fuck them.
And we were talking about basketball and everything, and yeah, he's a really cool guy.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed that's different from America. Even in the bigger cities like New York, people are more open to conversation. People want to talk, and London, we have a really weird thing that we have to be fucked drunk to just start a conversation.
All right, a perfect example of this is getting the lift up to here.
Yeah. My lift is the saddest place on earth, guys. And I sometimes try to start conversation, and I'm not like I'm the worst Brazilian ever because Brazilians, we are open to everyone. I'm like the most closed, bad mooded Brazilian in the world. And still, when I get into the lift, I try to start conversations and smile at people and say hi. And people are just like
There's
looking
like
down.
no point in this
People are
country.
young. They're not like old people. I think if they were older, they'd be probably more open to conversation. But like they're young.
So I don't think I got into a lift in New York. Oh, I did actually in my hotel, but we didn't actually meet anyone. We never actually got in the hotel in the lift with anyone. But not a single person out there was. Everyone was so chatty, man.
Yeah, and if you go to like any shop, the cashier guy is always like trying to start a conversation. He looks at you like for real.
Yeah, and he's not trying. He's not even trying to sell you things necessarily.
Yeah.
He's actually talking.
Some
to
of
you.
them are, but some
of them. Oh yeah, of course they are. Some of them are definitely trying to sell you shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of them aren't. And like restaurants and everything. You could be out on the street. All right, so I went out there and obviously I went to see wrestling because I'm a big wrestling fan. I went to see SummerSlam. And obviously while I was out there, I had a few wrestling t-shirts. And I was out in New York City one day with one on. And obviously wrestling's a lot bigger over there than it is over here.
Oh, yeah.
And walking around that day, I must have had like 5 fucking people mention or talk to me about wrestling. And like, you never get that in the UK. I've been wearing a wrestling t-shirt out in public generally, and I've walked past another person with a wrestling t-shirt on a random day of the week, not outside a wrestling venue or a show, like just somewhere in public, and we won't even say anything to each other.
Yeah.
It's like, we should. We're clearly into something niche in this country that not many people are into.
Yeah.
We should say something, but no, we don't.
Yeah. The only thing that gets reactions, but you got more reactions in the United States still. But every time I use Dragon Ball t-shirts, every guy my age goes like, "Hey, I like your t-shirt, man."
Yeah.
Even in the airport, like in Gatwick, and I think it was only in Gatwick. Like the security guard was like, "Hey, man, nice Dragon Ball t-shirt." It was like, "Cool, man. Thanks. Can I go buy this?" Fucking.
We had the greatest thing at the airport. Oh man. So we had biscuits in our bag because.
What's up with Dragon Ball, though?
Huh?
Everybody loves Dragon Ball here. Chris doesn't love Dragon Ball.
No, I like Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Z, more so than Dragon Ball.
Everybody just likes Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball wasn't great.
It was cool, man.
But was it as good as Dragon Ball Z?
No, nothing is as good as Dragon Ball Z.
I watched all of Dragon Ball Z.
292 episodes, or whatever.
Everything from the start of it
to the end.
all the way to... Maybe not all the way to the very, very end, but at least to like Majin Buu and Android stuff, which is pretty much the end, isn't it?
Android is before Cell, then after
Cell.
Cell.
So I've seen... Oh, cool, I got mixed up. So Android, I saw Cell.
And then Majin Buu.
And that's the last one.
Yeah.
So I got part way through Majin Buu stuff, and then kind of like, I don't like this.
Okay, anyways.
Am I right in saying the Majin Buu stuff wasn't as good as the other things?
It's the worst bit.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I cut out at a good time.
Yeah, it's too long, and it goes on, and it's a confusing time. We'll do a podcast about Dragon Ball another time.
Right. So anyway, what the fuck was I talking about?
So people talking to you.
Yeah, that wasn't what I was saying though. Oh, airport.
Yeah.
We had biscuits in our... You brought that Dragon Ball stuff up. I was talking about biscuits.
Okay.
That was your fault. We had biscuits in our bag because people in America don't have biscuits. We mainly had, hobnobs.
I never had hobnobs.
Oh my fuck.
I like good things.
Yeah, then you'll like hobnobs.
What is a hobnob?
All right, next time
we can do a whole podcast. Julian tries British things.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Because I've never had a Jaffa cake.
What the fuck?
I never had I had a digestive for sure.
Yeah, the jelly baby before.
What's a jelly baby?
Oh my god. You had a licorice allsort before?
No.
All right. You're going to try those, but they're awful.
I'll try anything.
Okay.
But we'll do a special...
I like this. We should do an actual video on this, actually.
Yeah.
No, we'll post... Yeah, fuck that. That'll be an actual video that we post.
Okay.
It's very Rhett and Link, actually.
Yeah.
But...
I'm going to be...
They don't own the internet, so...
Foods, man. I'm sure.
No, I actually think you're going to like some of these things. You're the kind of guy that likes to, like, dip things into salt, essentially.
Into salt.
Yeah, because you love salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we had biscuits in our bag. Shit.
We're digressing.
Because they don't really do biscuits over there. And
I have cookies, man. Why
yeah,
would they?
yeah, well, that's what they call biscuits. We call cookies those round things with chocolate chips in them. That's all cookies are to us.
Yeah.
We have a plethora of different biscuits. A biscuit out there to them is what you get from fucking McDonald's when you have a sausage and egg.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
A
The
sausage and egg
salty stuff.
McMuffin is a sausage and egg biscuit.
Yeah, yeah.
That's stupid. And you know what a fucking muffin is to them?
It's the cake.
That's a muffin. No, a muffin to us is like the little cake, a cupcake, right? A big cupcake. That's a muffin to us.
Yeah.
A muffin to them is what the fuck's a muffin to them?
It's a muffin.
Oh no, it's I might be getting this wrong. No, muffin. That's muffin. Yeah, a muffin to them is like a bready type thing,
No,
almost like a crumpet.
That's the biscuit.
No, no. Oh my god! All right, fuck this conversation. We had biscuits in our bag at the hotel.
Yeah.
No, on the way there, and we obviously on the plane we had to declare that we had food
Oh.
because you can't just go through. The thing is, even if we hadn't declared it, I'm pretty sure nothing would have happened. It's not like we had something like meat. That's different.
Yeah.
Like you can't cross borders to certain foods, but we had like breaded, not even like baked goods. It's like the fuck. It's just baked food. It's just biscuits. So we had to. It was on the form. And we ticked it. Food. We had food. So we had to go through nothing to declare that so they can scan it and stuff. But the border control was terrifying because they're all extremely stern. And I noticed that for the most part, like most countries you go to, they're like that.
Yeah.
Germany was like that. I mean, Spain's like that. I think they have to be.
Yeah.
But when it got checked on the way in, the dude was like barely spoke a word. He chewed like a cow, man. He was like chewing his gum, and I was like, probably to be more intimidating.
Yeah.
And you have to scan all your fingerprints and shit. Anyway, we got to this guy, and we just got to America, and he had the biggest handlebar tash.
Oh yeah.
Right? And fucking aviator sunglasses on. It's like, and he was a cop. And it was like, this is like American man right here.
We're
like,
here.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And we walk up to him because he's the next person we had to go to, because we picked up our bags first, sorry. And then we went because we had to go and declare our bags. We said, which way? And he looked at our card and he went, what did he say? He said, he looked at me, he looked at Jody. You guys married? He was Southern, even though we were in New York. He's like, you guys married? And we were like, no. I said, no, but we're engaged. He said, when you get married? And we were like, I said, we don't know. Like, we've been engaged like 2 years, but we're not too sure. You know, we haven't had the chance. And he was like, you should get married while you're here. It's easy. I could do it for you if you like. And he said, do it today. Drop your bags in the hotel and do it today. And then we were like, yeah, maybe. And then he was like, all right, you just go down there to the counter, okay? You guys have a good day now. And it was like, that's Southern comfort. He was great. And then, we had our bags scanned and it was fine. But that guy was like the first proper, it was the first American we really spoke to, because the guy at the border control just didn't speak.
Yeah.
His job was to fucking make you just sit there and go, I'm a terrorist.
Yeah.
Not that anyone's gonna actually do that. Not that I am. I hope no one segregates that audio now.
Yeah. Well, Cleo and I, we've been there so many times now that we just walk right on through. But it's funny because
that was our first time, and obviously we aren't on their records.
like I don't do the fucking forms. I don't care. I just walk in. Sometimes.
Well, would you ever have food in your bag though?
I always have food in my bag.
Oh, okay. Which one?
Like chocolate.
No, but which bag? I mean, you're
not my carry on.
Oh, right. Well, you could, because if you bought something at duty free.
Yeah, I know.
Duty free.
But anyways, it's funny because clearly when they look at you, they go like, "Oh, that could be a nice American boy right there."
Yeah.
Like nice and blonde with the green eyes and
Exactly.
the white skin. But when they look at me and Cleo, we're white. We're pretty white, but there's a different tone.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
There's a hue.
See, from my white Aryan point of view, you're not white.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out my country.
But,
But you're like, you are like, I can tell you're tanned in a different way. You are white as a shade,
yeah.
but you are like tanned, and we like. You don't even have to. I could look for you a million miles away and go, you're from a foreign country.
So the first thing they relate us to is Mexicans.
Yeah.
Like the first thing, right on. And it's funny because we're coming from London, so I don't know what loops and things that Mexicans do to get there, but whatever. We're coming from London. We go in there. They're like, "Where are you from?" And every time it's so like, "Oh, Brazil." He's like, "Hey, Brazil." It's like the funny thing about being Brazilian is everywhere that you go is like they think you're just gonna become a party and everybody's gonna be naked and it's gonna be all sexy stuff. So hey, Brazil, yeah, oh yeah, nice woman, right? They're like, yeah, damn right. So
yeah, I didn't get any of that.
I actually when I'm walking I go to the south a lot because my uncle lives in Atlanta. He used to live in Texas. When I walk through Walmart, Mexicans would talk to me in Spanish.
Wow, that's great.
And I'd be like, "What?"
Yeah.
And he'd be so angry, just like, "You, what are you?" I was like, Brazilian. It was like, "Oh fuck, man,
fuck, get the fuck out of here."
But they would like Mexicans would talk. My uncle lives there, and he's an American citizen for like I think at least 10 years now, and people still talk to him in Spanish. Luckily, he knows Spanish now. But it's funny. It's funny. But yeah, Americans they are more open to chat, positive, negative. They are very clear. You can read them very easily.
When you play, like
they're open books.
If you are someone that's never been to America and you've played GTA,
yeah,
right, and you just walk around the street,
and people are shouting,
and people are just shouting and saying random shit, and you've played like GTA 4, the one that's based in New York.
Yeah,
it's like that.
Yeah,
they got it on the fucking, especially. The GTA 5 actually. I know it's based in California, but it is like that.
Boy, Americans are gonna love this podcast because they love to talk about all the other countries, but
yeah,
we are just analyzing them, and they're gonna be what? How?
But I mean, I don't really have anything bad to say about the country, apart from one dude, and or really about my trip. It was a fucking good trip.
Yeah, I love going there,
and like. I want to play shows out there one day because I think it would be so fucking easy. The thing is, the gig we did with the gig we went to, my friend's show. His band's more like a lot more rock and roll, proper punk rock, but it's not. That wasn't. It's hard to say. That it had a lot more like thrashy punk rock bands like the whole night, but it was. The scene was, I've never seen anything like it, man. Like we played the shows in our little scene, and you get the people, and it's that's our scene. But the scene there was like so community. It was like everyone kind of knew everyone. People coming up to me, talking to me. That's the thing that fucking helps. That's why it's been so fucking hard for us to find a drummer. Yeah, because when I was at that show, I got talking to so many different people. Yeah, and all it needs is like. You get talking, is I'm in a band, we need a drummer.
Oh, I know a drummer.
Oh, I am a drummer. I know this guy that knows a drummer. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. There's someone in this fucking room that's a drummer.
That's how every band story goes in the United States.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like, oh, I'm Dave Grohl and I was just hanging out with my friends.
Exactly.
But so Nirvana needs a drummer. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that's exactly because people fucking talk to each other.
Yeah.
But in our scene, you stand there in silence and watch the band next to people you don't know.
Yeah.
And the band finishes and then you scatter and stand in your own little clique. Before the next band, and then the next band comes, and you'll come and huddle to get together again. Like fucking talk, and like I'm gonna take that advice from myself because the next fucking show we have, I'm gonna make sure that I actually go and be an American about it and talk to people. Because you do that, you can network, you can get to know people, you can talk to other bands. Like to be honest with you, before I even went to America, I've been trying to do that. Yeah. Like when our last show we did, I was chatting to a couple of guys, wasn't I? So.
Yeah. We do that on stage quite naturally. Like when we go off the stage, we just go back into being Londoners.
Exactly.
But on stage, I think we make a lot of people uncomfortable just because we're talking to them directly.
I think but not many bands from England do that. Yeah, like talk to the crowd much. When they do, it's more. It's always. hey, how's everyone out there doing tonight? I don't know when they're suddenly American, but it's just like the bog standard crap. And
when we come back, guys, we're gonna be so talkative. You guys are gonna have to handle this, okay?
You're gonna
have to handle me. Chris, he's nice.
I'm nice.
He's cool. I'm gonna talk to you guys, and you're gonna have to handle this shit.
Especially when he's drunk.
Especially when I'm drunk. If I'm drunk, I'm gonna touch you. This is not allowed nowadays, but I will.
Because the funniest, like, last time we were drunk together, you were drunk with me.
Yeah.
Was Davide's leaving drinks.
Yeah.
And that was something special.
That was something special.
And like a lot of things happened that night that were hilarious. And there's a lot of videos from that night, which we haven't really used.
Yeah.
We should do something with that. That could even be a music video. Because there's a lot of shit there. But one thing that night which made me crack up so much, it was near the end of the night, and you just come to me and you was like, I can't exactly remember what you said, but you looked at me in the eyes and you grabbed me and was like, this is just level 3. Wait until level 4. You won't be able to, you think you can handle me now? You won't be able to handle me in the next 20 minutes. Like it was great. I think there's a picture of us sitting on the stairs, right?
Yeah,
where we're looking in each other's eyes. I think it was then.
Yeah, that's my Dragon Ball coming out, right?
Yeah. Your Super Saiyan like drunk phase.
It's that moment when Goku is just laying on the floor and Freeze is about to kill him, and it just goes like, oh, this is not my final form.
Yeah.
I do that when
it did remind me of Freezer a bit, yeah.
No, but I can get it's a problem. I've been working on it because to get drunk I have to drink a lot, and it's a problem. Number 1 because it's expensive. Number 2, it's because it's unhealthy. And number 3 is because when I get there, man, I'm out of control. Like I'm completely out of control. I'm not a bad drunk, but like I'm gone. I don't remember things, but
do you remember much from that Davide's leaving drinks?
I remember a lot. I remember I played his guitar with my teeth. I remember I was doing a baseball thing with the guitar. I was one step away from breaking that shit.
So you can remember the very end of the night, but not much in the middle.
Yeah, no,
because that was the end of the night. Because that was when you hadn't drank in a while.
Yeah, I danced so much that everybody left the room.
Fucking hell. When you were swinging that guitar, dude, that was terrifying. Like, I swear, like you were holding it by the fretboard, by the neck, and you were swinging it. And then, when people hit home runs, they swing it and then they swing it back with one arm.
Yeah.
That's how you were going, bang, like that. And it was like, and everyone was shitting themselves.
I remember his friend, like, who was just laying on the couch, and he was looking at me like, "Fuck no!" But there was a little bit of conscious Julian inside, having fun with that.
Yeah,
I was just in the background, just let it. But happen,
I just got lifted up so much
because he's so light. Guys.
Exactly. Yeah, but any fucking chance you got, I was just lifted up by either you or Davide or both of you
at the same time.
But I had my fun.
Yeah,
I had my Justin Bieber cape on for a while.
Yeah,
and I was dancing. I think we didn't really stop dancing the whole night.
No,
till the very end of the night, where I didn't want to do it no more. But that's when that video came up, which we put on our Instagram with you and Davide picking me up.
Yeah,
and then I got lifted into the air and everything.
I was dancing to his flatmates. Everybody left, and it was just me and another drunk girl.
Oh, actually. All right, that comment you said to me was funny, but no. Probably the funniest thing that's ever happened between me and you was when we were upstairs. Which, do you remember this or not?
Yeah.
This is the best fucking story.
I do that so much, though.
I love this. So, you disappeared for a little while.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself, I'm pretty sure he answered his phone. I couldn't remember, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I saw him on the phone. So I come up the stairs. You must have been 2 floors up. I think it was a 3-floor house. And you were just finishing your phone call. And you put the phone down and I was like, "You all right, dude?" And you went, "Yeah." And then you just looked at me and went, "Let's find Davide's room." And I just went with it. I was like, "Yeah, let's find it because I want to see his room." So you went into this random room. The first one there looked empty, and,
Yeah.
it didn't look like his room. I don't know what we were looking for, like to expect it to be his room. Plus, he was about to leave for Japan, so it probably would have had nothing in it.
Yeah.
But that wasn't that, and we looked at another, wasn't that, and we went upstairs, went into another room. This is on the top floor, and the very last room, at the very top of the stairs, at the end of the little corridor. The door was shut, and you opened it and walked. Wait, what happened now?
Two things happened.
2 things happened. You walked in. Shit, you walked in, and it was pitch black, curtains drawn, but like a glow of like street light coming through the window. And then in that glow of the street light, your back was turned facing me. Oh no, you were just about. And then this girl just sat up in her bed, and we both saw the silhouette of this girl. And it must have been one of Davide's flatmates. I have no idea who we'd met her earlier in that night.
No, I don't think so.
Or if she had just been up there all day or all night because she didn't want to be involved in the party. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And then we just fucking ran down the fucking stairs, like 2 flights down. And then we stopped, pissing ourselves laughing. You had like JD and Coke, I guess, in your hand. And then you go to lean backwards on the door that's behind you, and it wasn't shut. It looked like it was, and then you went to lean, and the door swang open, and you land straight on your back, and your drink just goes on the floor.
Yeah.
And then you pick the glass up, and then we both go downstairs pissing ourselves. And like everyone was asking what happened, and we didn't tell anyone because we didn't want to
cause trouble.
But we just kept our mouths shut. And then I think we did tell Davide in the end, didn't we? Yeah. And
it was a bad idea, and you were sober and you went with it. Because I was in Samir's building, and he used to live Samir's my friend. He used to live in a huge building that had probably the same amount of flats in this one, like 100 flats. And I got really drunk with him. Fell asleep, went outside because he didn't have, I think he was locked in the toilet with his girlfriend or whatever. So I went outside to go piss in the like communal one, and I forgot where his flat was. And I probably got in 3 different wrong flats. 2 of them were empty, but one of them was the same thing. I walked in and somebody just went, like, oh shit, and I just left, man. And I just left. I never found Samir.
I thought everyone was downstairs.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of people had left, but I knew a lot of those people weren't actually living there.
There was a lot of people in that
There were a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And like, so I just figured like, and even still, like, I'm not, unless you're like going to do something that's going to threaten your life,
yeah,
I'm going to just tell you to do it, and I'll probably go with you anyway, even though I don't drink. So, but if it's not going to kill you, I'm like, let's do it because it'd be funny.
Yeah,
and it was.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
So you're gonna have the scene's gonna have to handle that sometime. So be ready, because that's not even my final form. So we've been doing this for a while now, guys. I think it's time to wrap up with that beautiful story.
It's a good story.
Next time you see us, I might be trying British snacks.
We should do that.
And we will do a special Dragon Ball version of this podcast. And where I talk more than Chris for once.
Yeah, I do a lot of talking, don't I?
And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you watch this to the end, send us a message and I'll send you a pound through the mail.
He won't. Will you, Julian?
If you watch us and you come to our gig and you say, hey, I watched that podcast till the end.
All right, yeah.
I'll give you a pound.
Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, I like this.
That's going to be bad if we ever get paid.
Yeah, fuck.
And we play to 1,000 people.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
A pound.
And a really nice hug. And we can chat like Americans do. Because we are free.
Yeah.
And we can do it.
Free.
Okay. Thank
do
you, Chris.
what I want. Any old time.
Fade out.
Okay.
Bye.